welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, I'm very excited to have you. So today I wanted to talk about how to stay sane in nursing school, or how to handle stress in nursing school and basically any other college major or anything like that. I wanted to put this video out now because I know that a lot of people are about to go back to school. I know the school that I graduated from starts the day that you're watching this. So I wanted to get this out there because I think it's really important to start the semester off right and making sure that you have the skills to be able to manage your mental health before it becomes too late. So I really wanted to get this video out there. So if you're interested, stay tuned and we'll get to it. First tip that I want to share with you is to study. Don't cram. And I know that's a lot easier said than done, but I promise you it will help. If you take a few hours, like 2, and just kind of review what you've learned that day, for me it was rewriting the notes that I had and re-listening to the lectures that I had that day. But if you cram, you are trying to condense all of this information from how many ever weeks before the test into one night. And that's no good because one, cramming has been proven to increase your stress levels, increase your anxiety. You are probably going to be trading sleeping for cramming, which also isn't good. And it decreases your ability to concentrate. So the second tip that I have for you all is don't listen to other people on test day. It only messes with your head. People are going to be anxious and they're going to be nervous, and that can really rub off on you. That was so hard for me to do when I was taking tests because I was so, I would go into tests and I wouldn't be anxious because I felt comfortable in what I had studied. But hearing other people talk about, did you study this, or what exactly is this? Like, can you reread it for me? And these were things that I didn't even look at when I was studying. I didn't think that they would be putting these things on the test, and other people were freaking out. And most of the time, what I studied was what was on the test. Like, the other things that people were talking about weren't on the test. So when I would take time to look over what they were saying they looked over, and me thinking like, oh, well, if everybody else is studying this, why didn't I? I was second guessing myself, and I was spending valuable time on things that I shouldn't have been. And I was increasing my anxiety when I should have just been 100% comfortable and confident in what I had studied and in my study habits that I had formed. Once I learned that listening to other people and listening to how anxious they were, and second guessing myself on, oh, should I be anxious? Like, why are all these other people, am I the one doing something wrong? When I finally figured that out, and I felt so much better, and I felt so much more confident in myself. So the third tip that I have for you all is don't be afraid to lean on those around you. Like, you want to be able to talk to your friends and talk to your family, but you also have to understand that not everyone is going to understand. Whether you're a first-generation college student, or most of the people or all of the people in your family have never been in that major. Like, I was in nursing school. The only people that I had who were nurses in my family were in nursing school years ago, and they were extended family. So when I would talk to my mom, she didn't understand my clinical schedule, or what mock was, or why I had all of these different days where classes would be different on these days, and how I only had class once a week, and then I had clinical these hours to these hours. Well, why isn't it the same these days? Your family and friends won't always understand your schedule, but they are still people that care about you and want to see you succeed. You have to understand that people aren't always going to understand what your schedule looks like, or what kinds of classes you're taking, or basically why you're stressed. And that's okay. It can get frustrating, but it's kind of like a radical acceptance kind of thing. There's still people that care about you, and they still want what's best for you, even though they don't understand. And you may not understand their schedule either. So you have to learn to be present with them in the moment when they are there. And that leads me to my fourth tip, which is to find a group within your classes and within your major. This is a group that you can study with, you can complain with, you can hang out with. All of these things which are going to help you stay on the right track. These are people that can help keep you accountable. They're people that actually understand what you're going through. So you have someone to talk to, other than those people that I mentioned earlier. You have a group that can help you with projects, that really can help you focus on what you're supposed to do, and bounce ideas off of each other. figure out what study things work together. And so having a group that can really keep you accountable and know what is going on within your thing that you can ask questions to when you're feeling stressed out or confused is really helpful, because everybody has different takeaways from classes and things like that. So having a group that you can really do your major with is really extremely helpful when you're trying to get through and help stay not stressed throughout school, or keep your sanity, if you will, which is really, really important, is to have these people that you can really bond with and go through this hard time together, because college is hard. It's hard. And going off this is my 5th tip, which is, if you're a scheduler like I am, schedule in time for your friends and for yourself and to have fun. Like, don't isolate yourself. If you schedule a couple hours during the week to hang out, you have a time that is set in your schedule for you to do these things, so you don't feel as guilty about it, where you're like, oh, I should be studying during this time, or I should be, doing this during this time. Because I had a really hard time with that. I'm like, okay, well, if I'm hanging out with friends, like, I should be studying, or I should be, cleaning my apartment, or I should be doing a plethora of other things as excuses not to get out of the house and enjoy my time while I was in college. And I don't want you all to make that same mistake. So if you schedule time to be able to do these fun things and, rejuvenate, like take a break, feel refreshed, it will really help you. It'll decrease stress. It'll decrease any anxiety that you're kind of having, because you get a break. You aren't feeling so overwhelmed. And I'm not saying that it'll completely take it away, but it helps. Like, having set times, you set aside time to study, or you set aside time to work. Like, taking care of yourself is really, really important in college, and it should be a part of your life, and it shouldn't be just some, oh, extra if I have time. You need to make time. You need to make time for yourself and for your friends, because that is really what's going to get you through. You won't remember the times that you spent all day studying. You'll remember the times that you went out and hung out with your friends, and that doesn't mean sacrificing your schoolwork just to hang out with your friends. That means doing both and making time to be able to say, okay, from 9 to 1 on Saturdays, I'm going to hang out with my friends. I'm going to go to brunch. I'm going to go to the mall, or I'm just going to sit on the couch and watch TV, or watch Netflix, or sit on the computer. Do something that makes you happy and that's scheduled into your day and your week, so then you don't have to feel bad about it when you actually get to it, because you feel like, okay, well, I studied this week. This is time for me to focus on me and to take a break from the week, which is really, really important when you're trying to get through classes. Okay, and my last tip for you all is to get 8 hours of sleep a night. Get a full night's rest. And for this tip, it only makes sense that I'm in bed, because, getting 8 hours of sleep, gotta do it on a very comfy bed. You're gonna wake up feeling rejuvenated and refreshed and ready to start your day, because you'll be able to think more clearly. You'll be ready. You're less likely to need coffee or caffeine of any kind, which is going to increase your anxiety levels even more. You want to make sure that you are taking care of yourself, and by getting a full 8 hours, you're going to feel better, which is going to make your grades better, because you're going to be able to focus on things that are, more important, like studying, like throughout the day, without feeling super tired. Just try to make sure that you're getting a good night's sleep, because that's really going to benefit you in the long run if you get into those habits. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and check out any other videos that I have, and I'll have a few more videos up soon. And good luck in classes this week. I really want you all to, take these tips to heart and really try them out and see how they work for you. And comment down below if there's any tips that I've forgotten, or if there's anything that you've tried that you think have really helped you. I'd really like to know your feedback. Bye guys!